Hi. So today I pulled from The Loving Words of Jesus, a card deck by Doreen Virtue. It's funny. First I picked Unto You It Is Given to Know the Mystery of the Kingdom of God, Mark 4:11. And then I realized I'd picked up a second one. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation, Matthew 26:41. I went ahead and looked up the two verses. And the first one, the one from Mark, it's funny. This is a very small little bit of information, because even the whole one says, and he said unto them, Unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of God, but unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables. The chapter talks about how it starts off with Jesus speaking to people in parables, and then it has the disciples asking, why did you do that? That just seems so strange. Why did you not just tell them straight up? And Jesus goes on throughout the chapter to explain to them that, you know, some people don't, when seeds are cast, some people, by God, some people aren't able to get it immediately just out of this a little bit of information. It goes in one ear and out the other for them, I suppose, is the best way to describe it. But then he says, you know, we don't know what the future holds. We just need to cast out and give the gift of God to people. And if this is the best way in which they can be brought to God, do it through parables, do it through story. So for me, that, you know, that means to be a little more humble, be less in my brain and more in my heart, you know. And also now it just went bing, and I realized perhaps I should be writing a story, because I keep getting this divine inspiration that says, write, write, write. Oh, you know, something else that is interesting that I was struck by is how much the I have the King James version of the Bible, and it's like a second or third generation away from the original text. I know this because that's what the scholars have told me. And it's so interesting how so much of the text, it talks about the beast of the field. It talks about about living life, about Mother Earth, and about how she brings up life. And it just makes me laugh a little, because it feels like in our modern age, so often we're told, oh, the King James Version is horrible because it's patriarchal and all this other stuff. But really, it feels like this is like some sort of cover-up of you know, the truth, which is that this Bible is giving Mother Earth its due, her due. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, in the second card, in Matthew, the 26:41, this is actually about, this chapter is actually recounting of the Last Supper. And it goes back and forth, and then it gets to the part that Doreen's quoted, "Watch and pray that ye enter not in temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." Just before this, Jesus wakes the disciples up to speak to them. And in the whole preceding verses, he's talking to them and telling them one will betray him. And, you know, this is being humanity, he's saying. And it's, to me, I believe it's a beautiful thing. You know, and then it just keeps going, explaining what's going to happen. And, well, anyway, thank you, and I will read my poem I was inspired to write from it. It's called Create Love Ungiven. I know my path is laid with treachery, but I hope to glide around. I can cast my loving heart to hope for fish to bring round. Simple truth to know is we are in a heaven surround. Paradise is still in this place. It is what we make it. By the human race, friends upon this place have the obligation to bring it back, so that no one will know severe lack. Create love. Well, thank you. I love you all. Have a good day.